Hey everyone, it's me Laura from the Papered Soul. I wanted to share with you another journal that I did, and this was a custom order, and this I used as a 9x6 clasp envelope, and I used the ArtyMaze kit Butterfly Delight. I added lace to the spine. I did a hitch post closing and just double tied some seam binding there, so that just reaches over to close all that goodness there that we'll get into in just a second on my little pretty colors. This kit is so pretty. The lady that wanted me to make this for her, she loves butterflies and she loves purple. So I tried to bring out the purple. I still use some of the other colors in the kit because it's so pretty, but I did try to pull out the purple for her. Here's the back. I just kept it simple. There's so much going on inside of it, so that's where all the action is. So I have my inside. I layered a piece of paper. This might be a good little tip. There was a piece of paper in my paper pack, and I know, you know, you're not usually in love with every little piece of paper out there. You buy a big old pack of paper and you love most of them, but maybe not all of them. And this one was just kind of plain. It had a green border, and I thought, how am I going to use that? So I ended up by cutting it. It was a 12 by 12, so when I cut it off, you know, then this would have just been white down here. So what I did is I got my distress inks out and I started matching the border colors and kind of blending different greens, and until I got the look that I was wanting. And then I stamped little butterflies all around it. So that's like just a neat little way to see how you can be creative to use your papers. Even those papers that you're just not, they just don't jump out at you like, you know, really exciting what I'm going to do with it. I put my little flowers here. I like to do that just to protect, you know, and cover up the little post and the closures and stuff. So anyway, let's scoot on along. So here's like a little journal card. I did sewing, lots of ribbons, stamping, edge punching. This is a little pocket. I made this. I have these alteration tags in my shop, the Papered Soul on Etsy. And I have those little napkins that have butterflies all over them, and so I decoupaged some little butterflies on that. This is Tsunami Rose. Like I say, the whole kit basically that I used is ArtyMaze, but I think this is Tsunami Rose, and I just thought that matched that so well, so I just popped that in there. The flower has some glimmer mist on it, little Rita Donnelly flip there. So just some extra paper that's been punched. Made a little little altered paper clip. Little purple flower there, so you have this wonderful envelope from the kit, and it's got a little journaling card on the inside. So you can do some journaling underneath that. You can journal on this. It's kind of like a bluish gray look to it. This whole kit, it's like you just feel like you're in a meadow with flowers and butterflies. It's so pretty. I love the little pops of little small bits of yellow. That's my pattern paper there. Made a pocket. Got some extra paper here. Little journaling card that I backed it with cardstock. This is one of the little tags I've been having fun making where it's an index card that is backed onto some pretty patterned paper, and then I flipped it up and sewed it and made a little butterfly, put some eyelash trim. I also sell that in my shop. And then it fits. This is a Tsunami Rose jar, and I just shrunk it down. So I just thought that was pretty with that page. Here I added a little flip in here, put some pretty trim on it, did some stenciling with butterflies, made a little tag. This is, these little butterflies are washi tape, and I just cut them out and put them on there and then stamped Fly Away on it. I just thought that was a lot of fun. I want to sit down and make just, you know, a bunch of fun things like that. Just sit down and make a bunch of tags, or sit down and make a bunch of envelopes and things. This, I put a little decoupage butterfly there. He's got stickles on his little antennas, and I kept this open, and this envelope is open, and you can journal inside it. And then stenciled little butterflies all in there. So that just tucks up under there. A little pretty tag from the kit. Just ran some ribbon through. It's not going anywhere. I just put a little dab of glue on the end, and it just will stay there. Have a beautiful day. Here's a little flip, and then when you open it up, this just made me think of the sun, or it made me think of a sundial. I know it's not a sundial, but anyway, it made me think of just how you have sunny days when butterflies are flitting around. You've got all these beautiful sunny days, and spring is about to wrap up, and summer's coming towards us fast. So got a little eyelash trim. I've got that in my shop. I made a belly band out of the little tickets and just made a little tag. Punched a tag out there with some ribbon, extra paper. All my papers are coffee dyed. Extra paper here, another little tag there. And then I've got my stamping up here. I made a little out of an index card, and then did moments. Now this is from the Collaged Rose collection from Dreams, Etc. And that little word there, but it was just matched perfectly, so I just tucked these little tags in there. This page I did some stenciling on of the butterflies, and I felt like my butterflies, they're fine. I just thought they were a little bit too pink, and so I put this Heidi Swapp white shimmery, I can't think of the name of it. It's like a little paint paste or whatever, and I just rubbed it on there, so it kind of gave the page a little bit of shimmer and calmed the pink down a little bit. And so it's got a sheen to it. Got you some trim there. Did a little tuck here, corner tuck with banners. Got some eyelash trim. Folded this up, and then made a banner here with a quote. And I love this quote. It's one of my favorite ones. It says, "Always maintain a kind of summer, even in the middle of winter," by Henry David Thoreau. And I just love that little quote. Eyelash trim, put a little flower there. So the banner, you just use it as a little tuck there. And here is an envelope. It's got a little journaling card in there. I won't go to the trouble of taking that out, but it matches it. And I tucked that there. But on this element, so this is a pocket, and then this paper has little butterflies, some of my pattern paper, so that was fitting. But I did a little booklet in that pocket and added some purple paper, some stenciling, and treated it like its own little signature there. So I've got my butterflies on a string in the middle. So this is notebook paper and graph paper on the back of it, and that's all that journaling space. Got a little butterfly paper clip. That was fun. Nice little journaling card there. And a little Rita Donnelly flip there. I had to fight to not put, just leave it alone. Don't put lace. Don't put, have just some where your eyes can rest, because there's a lot going on throughout the whole book. So I did more of my stamping. I stamped a big old butterfly on this vellum, and then a doily. Pretty paper. These roses look so real. They look like they're just and the butterflies too. They just like they're gonna pop right out at you. So pretty. Butterflies on a string for the middle of the signature. There is one signature little tag sewn that matches this little coin envelope, and it's got a little journal card there in it that matches. So all of that matches. The other side of the doily. I was gonna put some butterflies on that, but again, I just tried to show some restraint and just not busy it up too much. So this little envelope serves as a tuck, and I'll show you that on the other side. And then I did a pretty little tag that you can journal on the back. And then got a little envelope there, journal space, stamping, edge punching. Made a little booklet here. So I just used some pretty papers and punched it, and then extra little coffee dye paper. This little element is a pop dot butterfly. It's actually from the napkin, and I decoupaged it on cardstock. I got his little, put antennas on him and dipped him in stickles. So this is a little fold out here, so you can do all the little journaling on that, and then you just tuck that up under the wing. And that's a pocket right there. Actually, I don't think I did it all the way. It could go through, but it's not, you know, it shouldn't fall through. Just tuck things in there. I love this. That little pop of yellow. I thought I'd bring that yellow out with that butterfly, and I just love this paper. This is extra paper for journaling. Pretty little tag, stamping, flip. This is fun. I did a little lace crochet trim there, and then put a ribbon of orange to kind of pull out the colors. Just have an extra piece of paper that I edge punched, and then my little sewn tag from the kit. She's got, this kit has a great amount of tags. It's just incredible, and I sat down and just cut them all out, inked them, backed them, and sewed them all up. So that was a lot of fun. This is my washi tape. I just ran across the top of that notebook paper, which it has graph paper on the back, and I just paper clipped this, just some extra paper, and then the little jars from the kit, and just kind of layered that up for extra journaling. And I had this little punch out. I've had that for a long time with another project I was working on. It's got a pink button on it, and I stamped out Dream, and it has sat in a little dish on my work table forever, and I'm just waiting for the perfect project to come along, and I saw that, and I was like, that yellow is perfect. So that's just perfect. So I just use it as a little closure for my coffee dyed paper there for extra journaling. I did some stenciling in kind of a dusky rose right there, and this serves as a tuck spot right there. Oops, let me put it the right way. That serves as a tuck there. I've got another butterfly paper clip in here, and you can take that off, and you can do a little extra journaling there if you want to. And then, of course, I have, let me get it back on. I have an extra little booklet here I made, just teeny, tied with some baker's twine and extra coffee dye paper, a little extra pink to kind of bring out the pink in these roses. I just needed something light to kind of break that green up, but the green matches so perfectly those leaves. Just love it. And here's the other side of the little flip, the green flip there, and I made a little tag here again, the little washi tape, and then I stamped Lovely, put stickles, I don't know if you can see the shine, put stickles, and pop dotted that Lovely. I just thought that was cute. And then here's a little tuck there, so an envelope's got a little card in there, all that journaling space. Another pocket. I did more stenciling. I don't know if you can see. I hope my light's okay. Extra paper there. Pretty journaling tag. I just love that. And I did the trim. This is just a extra little journaling jar card. The top. This next page I'm going to take this off, but what I did is I had to paper clip this because I tried to get it to where it would just stay, but it just kept wanting to slide. But this is a quote on a little card I made, and it says, "And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." And that's another one of my favorite quotes, and I just thought that was appropriate for this really pretty kit. And so I took that trim and I just tucked that under the stem. And the nice thing about, getting into the bag, I put the flower a little higher up so you can kind of use one of those petals as a tab to kind of lift the bag up. Another decoupage butterfly, again, is little antennas are dipped in stickles. And this glassine bag does flip out. I sewed it onto the side, so you have all this journaling space here. And you can certainly, put something back here if you want to. Again, I had to try to show a little bit of restraint. I don't know how much I showed on this one. I really did a lot on this one. But I guess I feel like I do that on all of them. So sewn journal card here, a little extra tag that I made. And the butterfly counts not months, but moments, and has time enough. I like that. And this flips up so you can do some writing. The trim that I used is kind of a variegated tassel trim, and it's got a little bit of gold in it and everything. I've got that in my shop. I've got a blue color too. I'll put some of these things down in the description. This was, as I worked on this one, if you can see it good, as I worked on this one, I did some stenciling with a dusky rose, and I like the greens and the pinks in that belly band. And then this is one, it's just a napkin that I decoupaged onto library card, and so the colors were just so pretty, I went on and popped that in there. And on this little jar, journal card, I made a booklet out of it, and I did a little 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I put the little rose trim on the ends and everything and let those just bobble around. And I made a little booklet, extra coffee dyed paper. These types of little booklets are a lot of fun to make. You just really get caught up in the creativity of it all. Oops, my little card. It's backed with, just the notebook paper, and then I sewed it. Stamping. And there's the back. And then, like I say, I have Inspired by Life, created by hand, one-of-a-kind art created by, signed it Laura, TPS, The Papered Soul. And I think I'm going to write 2018 on there somewhere before I send this out. And I also did the flower just to kind of keep your hand from getting scratched on that little eyelet there. And then there's the back. This also was paper that I was, it's kind of like I didn't really know what I would, you look at paper and you're like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I'm sure I'll use you someday. But then it just like out of the blue, it hits you and you're like, this is the perfect piece of paper. I'll be looking for something that I think is pretty, but then I'll see this is the paper that goes with this, particular project I'm working on. So the paper kind of speaks to you and lets you know if it wants to be used in your journal or not as you're flipping through your little paper pads. So that is my journal. I'm really excited about it, and I thank you so much for watching, and all your little comments and everything like that. I hope everyone's having a nice spring, and like I say, we're moving along into summer, and I hope everyone is gonna have a nice summer too. So I will be talking to you soon with a new journal, hopefully real soon. Toodles, bye.